On because this way I want to. You shouldn't have to try it, no. All right, so because it's gonna get messy, got my soccer shoes. Get it messy. Y'all ain't ready, man. Water resistant, of course. Perfect for outside weather. Because it's snowing. On the setup, we can have like round shot. Got the A6700 meter, 18 millimeter, weather resistant, so perfect for outside. The Pocket 3, someone's gonna have to stand on the top with it because definitely not what it is. Got the Ulanzi TT38. Can't go near it without this. Perfect. Got the Ulanzi quick release. Good to go. It's only right. It's family first, always. Well, boy. I've been trying to go electric for the last like 4 years. When it's an issue with the rebate or just the amount of options there were or the range. So I haven't really fully like committed yet, but I'm really checking it out. Like I've checked out VinFast. We gotta go take it for some test drive at some point, but that's definitely one of the leading ones. But however, this is another one of my favorite ones right here. And we already know the Model Y by Tesla is probably one of the top. Alright, so I've been thinking about changing my car for a while now to something either electric or just something, more family oriented, even though we already have an SUV. But I've been really looking at the Rivian, the new one that's going to be released next year, and I'm hoping the R2 does stay at the price point that it's supposed to be, which is just about like 60K. I know since the whole tariffs thing, like the whole thing went up like a lot, but hopefully it's good. And then of course this Slate just entered the chat, so I don't know which one I'm going to decide on, but and you already know how I feel about the Jeeps, like the Jeep Wrangler, the Rubicon. Like I just really love those two as well. So I guess now it's actually a perfect time to start really checking out these vehicles and decide if and when we do have to or want to change. That at least we have a good direction. But so far the Rivian's been good. I really love this Rivian. Like it's just nice. It's not like we checked it out at the car show a couple months ago. It's not oversized. It's actually just just the right size vehicle. The amount of options and stuff it got in there, man, it's really cool. So yeah, make sure you check for the link in the bio to get your very own Dad Gang hat. Lots of selections, lots of different colors, and for a 15% discount, check the link in my bio. Get your own Dad Gang hat and be part of the club because it's such a very cool club, man. It's the most meaningful, important, impactful, and life-changing thing that ever happened to me. Can't explain it, but it's the greatest thing ever, to be honest with you. Big Finish ain't doing much yesterday. Because I didn't do very much yesterday. I just did mostly like some pictures. No, certain stuff I don't like to be in people's face, and right. So anyway, it's cool. People are just trying to chill. Yeah. But the time you step up for yourself, you know, you're vindictive, or the favorite word a lot of females like to use these days is narcissistic. A lot of times they don't even understand what that word means. You just hear it and think it fits. Oh yeah, my ex is narcissistic. Why is all your exes narcissistic? How? How's that possible? You just got a bunch of narcissistic men running around? That doesn't sound right. It sounds like you're painting everyone with a broad brush. But you know what? Whatever. I don't get into that kind of stuff because that kind of messes with my peace. And that's not me. That's not what I'm about. So I don't really indulge in that kind of chat. Just keep to myself and we continue to do our thing. And again, we're doing great. Again, we are homeowners almost for 8 years now. We're going to have 2 beautiful children. We have our own cars paid off. Financially, we're fine. We'll be doing better. We'll be getting better. And we're just living life at our own terms and our own pace. And I guess I'll tell you what, our family are very supportive of it. They never get on our backs about anything. And a lot of times that's really what you need, a supportive family. From the time people start pressuring you and stuff, it doesn't work out a lot of times. Because I know a lot of women who they would pressure their boyfriend to marry them because, they might see their friends get married in 2 years, 3 years, or they're the only friend in the group who's not married. It doesn't matter. Again, are you doing it for you or are you doing it to show? Or are you doing it because you think it makes you more important or something? It doesn't. To be honest with you, again, her and I are more married than people with a ring and already had a wedding and have papers signed. Think about that for a second, because you know why? It's about the love and about the union. It's not about the wedding. It's not about the ring. So, of course, we're going to take you all along. We already started the process. We already have the date. Right now, we're literally in the middle of having our friend group or family group. Some people already got their tickets. So it's going to be in the islands, Barbados, because most of our family's in the islands. And it's much easier and cheaper. Let me tell y'all something, man. The average wedding here in Canada, Toronto, it's about $44,000. I ain't spending $44,000 to get a piece of paper and a ring to say that we're married, we're together. I'm telling you right now, I ain't doing it. Why would I? $44,000? That is about an acre of land in the Caribbean, right? That's a down payment on a condo. That's a down payment on a house here. That's an investment. That in the stock market, S&P 500, some good returns every year. You got to be strategic again. Don't rush into things because people say you should, or everybody's asking, oh, when's the wedding? Oh, believe me, there's a bunch of people who've been asking us that. But again, we hear, but we don't listen because we ain't on your timeline. When's your wedding? Half the time they ain't even married, or they've been married and divorced. So why would I listen to you? And for me, that's generally has always been my thing. It's not that I don't listen to people who don't do exactly what they're talking about, but it's a good reference point. Like, don't tell me about eating healthy if you don't. I'll tell you that right now. I hear you, but I ain't listening. You can't teach me things. Where's the example? I'm not saying if someone who's homeless or houseless, I should say, give me some advice that I wouldn't listen. But that's the point. You have to know what is real information and what is not. You got to know when someone is just saying stuff just to sound smart or sound supportive, and when they're actually giving you true gems in game. So that's generally how I do when I decipher information, because you don't want to listen to any and everybody. You just can't do it. I'll tell you right now, you can't do it. If you listen to any and everybody, one, you're not going to know who you are. You're going to be very indecisive. And when it doesn't work out, you can't blame them. You got to blame yourself. And generally, that's what happens. People listen to people, or they see what other people do and they think they can emulate it, and then they find themselves in trouble, or it doesn't work out, and then now you want to blame someone else for your mishaps. It doesn't work like that. You have to know who you are, and that is extremely, extremely important. We know who we are. Like, we know. You can't tell us who we are. That, and it might sound very simple, might sound very easy, but a lot of people don't know who they are. That's why it's easy to be misled. It's easy to be influenced. You got to know who you are, man. Because knowing who you are determines the choices you make. And if you make a choice and it's bad, it's wrong, you can stand up to it, you can chalk up to it, deal with it, and you move on. That's how life is. That's how I move, very militant with stuff like that. What is the issue? All right, messed up. All right, man, I'm sorry. My bad. Or if I don't think I'm wrong, I'm not going to apologize, but I'll tell you why I did or why I said what I said. And we move on. We can either be cool or we're not. But beef, no such thing as beef. I ain't got no problems with you. We don't have to speak. I'm cool with that too. But one thing I'm not going to be doing is walking around chatting about people and going on about things, bro. Life is too short. And again, we talk about things that we want to do, and we know the energy is going to need and require to sustain our health and our family dynamics and our happiness, and it requires all of it poured into us. So why would we give anybody else any energy on some stupidness? That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? So again, you don't have to listen to what I say. I'm just telling you what works for us and how I view things and why it's been working for us for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dating somebody and you like somebody, take your time. There is no rush. If you truly have a passion and a feeling for someone, you will know. And time doesn't determine that. I'll tell you that right now. Time don't determine that. Because you can meet someone and you fall in love, and in 6 months you're married, you have 2 kids, 3 kids, 1 kid, or you don't have any kids, but you grow old together and you're fine. It's like buying a car, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter if you buy a car brand new or used. You can buy a brand new car and you have a whole bunch of issues with it. But you can buy an old jalopy for $500 off the guy down the street, and the car lasts you 5-6 years, no issue. Or you might just have to throw some oil in there every now and then, and the car run good. That's how life is. There is no such thing as timeline. Stop putting yourself on a timer. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying just chill, because life goes by really fast. Like 2025 just started the other day. We're already in May, okay? We are in May, the middle of May. Like, time waits for no one. So you got to stay on top of your stuff. Stay on top of your life. Stay on top of whatever you're working on. Don't get sidetracked. Keep your blinders on. And that's one advice or compliment, I should say, I get from our friends or our family, is that you guys are always working on. I'm like, yeah, because I grew up a little different than her. Because I grew up when nights I ain't got nothing to eat. Go to sleep hungry, you know. I'll go into a more in-depth story time at one point, but as an unfortunate incident, when I was younger, my mom's house got burned down, so we ended up bouncing around from family to family, ended up living on the street. Used to sleep under the pan yard over my area, Edinburgh, in St. Vincent for like 2 months. So shout out to those who opened their doors and let us in, gave us some food, and we were able to get ourselves out of the situation. It was tough. So I know what it's like to not have, which means that little time, and on top of that, and most importantly, I was about 10 minutes away. When I say 10 minutes, I mean 10 minutes away from being burnt to death in that fire. Unfortunately, I lost 2 cousins that night. We're staying with our aunt. She left the house briefly, and that's the thing. A lot of times, the worst things happen when you at least expect it and when you think briefly. And if you got kids, you know exactly what we're talking about. Your kids will be there, fine, no problem, even when they're babies. And you literally turn your back for a second to take up something, and you look back, and that's the time they decide to roll and fall off the bed or something. Or you just happen to catch them. For whatever reason, that's just how it works. It's like, I even remember with him too. I'm like, I gotta make sure I remember not to turn away, even though he's small. And a few times, you know, you just turn around to take up something, because again, if you're home alone, you can't keep your eye on him 24/7, 365. I mean, I'm over-exaggerating there, but you just can't. Because you gotta do something, you might have to change him. You gotta turn, take up your Pampers or something. And the amount of times I just turn just to grab my pants out the drawer or something, I look back, and he's already rolling to drop off the bed. I gotta go run and catch him. Happened with Kita as well. It's astonishing. It's just like they know when you're not looking, and that's when they try to do something they're not supposed to or want to do for whatever reason. So yeah, turn it back for a second, and I guess something happened. But let's say I was 10 minutes away from being a third person. I was bawling in the step, man, like crying. And she turned back because she could hear me up the street as she was walking to go get her hair done. She turned back because she's like, I don't know why he's crying this much. So let me just go back and get him. She came back and picked me up off the steps. I was on the steps crying, man, screaming. And she said, go get your shoes. I run and pick up my shoes. Not even shoes, I think I had sandals. And 10 minutes later when she got up the street, someone came running to, I think it's your house on fire. Wow. Look at where we came from and what we've been through, me and her. Rest her soul. Most importantly, I truly wish she was here physically to be a part of all of this, because I know how proud she would have been and is of me and my sister. After all we've been through, man, she deserved to be here more than anybody else, even me. I really wish she was here to see this. She not only gave me life, but she saved my life. You know what I mean? That's why I don't play about mama. Whoa, you can mess with me all you want, but my children and mommy, I'm a totally different person when it comes to them. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, yeah, on the lighter side of things, so it's amazing to see where we came from and where we are and where we're about to go. And that's from all the life lessons. So for me, I'm always hungry, man. I'm always hungry. I'm always thinking, what's next? Which is bad sometimes, because a lot of times I don't think I fully soak up the moment and enjoy the moment, because my mind is always on, all right, what's next? We got to keep going. We got to keep building. We got to keep, expanding. We got to keep getting more, because I know what it's like to be somewhere where you don't have, and I never want to go back there. And most importantly, you're supposed to leave situations better than you met it. So I absolutely do not want that for my kids. So, and I know people got us. I know our family got us, but I'm their dad. I got to get them first. It's my job. It's my responsibility to make sure they're good. So that's why I go so hard, man. I'm very, you want to say almost obsessive. I don't think I am, but I'm a workaholic. I'm actually a workaholic. But most importantly is I'm a workaholic for stuff I really love doing. I enjoy doing. So photography, video, content creation, arts, craft, soccer. I'm a workaholic when it comes to that stuff, man. I'm very competitive. Yeah, I just want to say, keep doing your thing, people. Keep believing in yourself and keep dreaming, man. Like I say, grow old and mature, but don't grow up. Don't fall into that trap of growing up, man. I'm still that 2-year-old kid dreaming of a better life, getting more, wanting more for myself and my family. And the only way I'm going to get it is if I keep working. I work smart, I work hard. Hopefully I work smarter and harder, because hard work these days don't get results except more work. So work smart, cuts you down, saving a lot of time and money, making bad choices. That's why I read so much daily. I try to learn something, because the more information you got, it's easier to make better choices and save you time and money and stress. So that's how it is, man. Just continue doing your thing. So continue to support your family, your friends, and yeah, just live your life on your terms, on your own accord and timeline. Stop rushing. Stop letting people rush you. And like I say, as long as you're not hurting nobody, not disrespecting nobody, do what you like, do what you're into, do what you love. Don't not do something because other people think this and that. Forget people. Like right now, I'm sitting in the backyard, just chilling. Everybody's inside chilling, watching TV. And I'm sitting here looking into a lens, talking to a camera. I'm sure the neighbor's probably up there looking at me like, what is wrong with him? I don't care. I'm sure some of my family were like, this guy recording a video again? Yeah, I am. This is what I like doing. I love doing it. I like doing what I like to do because, again, I know me. I'm not gonna not do it because other people don't think it's cool, or they don't find value or importance, or they don't get it. I think sometimes you don't have to get it. We often spend too much time trying to convince other people to believe us or to understand us or support us. I don't believe in none of that. You don't have to get it. You don't have to support it. You don't have to like it. It will find who it's supposed to find. So, that being said, take care of yourselves. And until next time, peace. Dad Gang out.